Hey, it's MeatSauce and Monty. The debate just got over, so Hillary and Trump going at it. I'm sure one of the topics that they dealt with was Trump being caught on Access Hollywood saying basically that he grabs women by...
Don't say it. We don't want Tom to get a phone call.
Yeah, that's maybe a naughty word.
Don't even make the sound. Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me anything.
Was that coat at the 1805 debate?
No, this coat is my dinner coat. It's a dinner jacket.
Dinner from when? The Last Supper? Where'd you get that?
Supper. Would I be in the painting? I'd be sitting at the table.
No, they probably wouldn't invite you in that coat. Laura Bush, can I say that?
You can say Laura Bush.
Okay, because she was a famous... You look like a librarian.
Well, I don't know if I
Benjamin Franklin's stepson.
You know what? You're just like Donald Trump. I started off with a very hot topic, and instead of going with it...
And we both have a rug.
Oh, zing!
Zoinks.
All right, let's start the show. Paul, MeatSauce Lambert, Matt Montgomery. The things you can say on CNN that you can't say on the CW.
My favorite part about that whole bit that you're talking about is when that one lady said the word that we're not supposed to say, and the other lady was like offended.
I know. It was great. It was all over Twitter, and it's everywhere. All right, we'll get out of the politics, but we will get back to it. Drink segment.
What?
To honor the debate tonight.
Okay.
The entire drink segment is Hillary and Trump related.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm not good at that.
Be fired up for that one. All right, let's start off. Vikings, they get the win today, 31-13 over the Houston Texans. Sam Bradford, this was a game that it looked like a complete victory. Pretty much every way you can slice down the football game, the Vikings were in control the whole time.
Yeah, they came out and scored in 2 consecutive possessions, touchdowns. Absolutely. I think the first time since I think they played Atlanta in like 2014. Sam Bradford looked in control. As long as that offensive line doesn't get him killed, they'll probably have a really, really good shot at going really far in the playoffs. I mean, we were at the fair taping the show before they made the trade for Sam Bradford, and then they make this trade for him, and there are a lot of people going, it's Sam Bradford. He's either A, going to get hurt, or he's been terrible. Sure. He's yet to throw an interception. Now, he got close today.
The batted down screen pass
but he's yet to,
would have been a pick six, probably.
Yeah, he's yet to turn the ball over. The only turnover this entire team has is when Sendejo fumbled that ball after him picking it off.
Right.
You watch this team. I was at the game today. First time I've been to a game.
Oh, good for you.
It's an unbelievable experience. I ate probably 50,000 calories. The point of it is...
Doesn't show.
No, I appreciate
Not
that.
yet,
if you're
anyway.
being sarcastic, nice coat. But you watch this team as a whole, Matt, and it's unbelievable how good this team defensively is. They're making Brock Osweiler look like the next Scott Mitchell. He's overpaid and terrible. He was so bad in today's game. They didn't get their actual first down that wasn't because of a penalty, I think in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Their first 2 first downs were via penalty. They were awful.
Probably both
that
on
defense.
Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah, the defense is swarming. If they can get this output from this offense, they will be the team to beat. I think they will be favored in every game they play from here on out, and they would be. Now it's October, but I would say that any team in the NFL, they will on a neutral site, they would be favored.
I would think so,
Any
too.
team.
Well, power rankings, they mean absolutely nothing.
No, the
but
power
you think
rankings,
of them being unbeaten, you think they go to number 1 this week?
Yeah.
That's,
they're the only unbeaten.
They're
the only unbeaten team left. That touchdown that Houston got at the end was just a garbage touchdown. They had them to under 150 yards well into the fourth quarter. I mean, this is a team to beat, and they have every phase. They have an all-star at. They have the best punt returner in football, Marcus Sherrills. They have the best defense in football, and they have a quarterback who's yet to turn the ball over. In 3 straight weeks other than today's game, they made a Super Bowl winning quarterback look awful. You can't say enough good things about this team. They're fun to watch, and it's just next man up every position.
I was going to say, this week, really some of the talking points that we've had before, Blair Walsh. Perfect. Don't have to worry about him.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been important today anyway, but it's nice to know that he had a clean day. Other special teams, fantastic. Offensive line might be the only place, and that's due to injury with Fusco out, concussion. And was there another injury that was reported after the game?
No, I was there for 3.5 hours, literally not paying any attention. But
Fusco is the only one.
Fusco is in a concussion. So, and I was in the locker room afterwards talking to some of the guys and just listening to some of the vibe after the game. And you can't talk to Fusco because of the concussion protocol.
Sure.
But There's, I think, a rumor that they're going to maybe sign Jake Long off the street. They've said
just to try to add depth.
Yeah, and if they have another injury at the offensive line, they're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble. I mean, Clemmings was awful today. That was the only part of the Minnesota Vikings today that was awful.
So he got beat
bad
a couple of times very badly.
Every time. He's so bad.
Earlier when you said if we can keep Bradford up and healthy, there were only 2 sacks today.
Yeah, but
he might have taken more.
Hard.
He might have taken more hits.
He
might have been. I get that, but just when you look at the box score, really not as bad. But I think Clemmings got beat 2 plays right in a row by Whitney Merciless.
Yeah,
just
bad.
ran right
by him, and
that's why I say the offensive line. I think is all the other things we talked about: special teams, the kicking game this week, Bradford, running back is even. I mean, the numbers aren't fantastic, but McKinnon and Asiata, they are succeeding. They're not dominating, but they're not failing.
No, they're not dominating at all.
No,
but
they're functional.
They didn't have 100 total yards yet at all this game. Sorry if I'm about to sneeze. I think I might. But anyhow,
go ahead.
They didn't have a total of 100 yards yet. Their 2.6 rushing average is bad, and a lot of that is the offensive line. But you got a bye week now to shore up some of this. If you can go out and if you sign Jake Long, you got to, even though he's a former first overall pick, he's coming off the streets. But I think he played for Sperano in Miami. So maybe there's the angle there.
Sure, a little connection.
I think he might even have played with Sam in St. Louis because he was eventually went to St. Louis. So there's some familiarity. That word.
That's a good word.
But you maybe look at I think week 6 is the trade deadline. If you could go to a team that's 0-5 in Cleveland and say, what do you want for Joe Thomas? A stud left tackle. And you go, well, we need everything. Well, what if we gave you Laquan Treadwell for Joe Thomas? What if we gave you Teddy Bridgewater for Joe Thomas?
Hey, don't be talking
Teddy
about that.
Teddy Bridgewater will never play another snap for this team.
Oh, boy.
He will never play another snap.
You just took that. You just drove right off the cliff.
No, he will never.
Really
I just Thelma and Louise did. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, it looks like you're wearing their coat.
You know.
No, I don't think he'll play another. He'll never
you really
play
mean
another.
That?
No, because if he's healthy enough, they'll go into a quarter. I asked AJ this on overtime today.
Oh, nice.
If Teddy Bridgewater is their quarterback, are they 5-0? The answer is no. He can't make the throws that Sam Bradford makes. Great human being. They would not be 5-0 if Teddy Bridgewater was their quarterback.
You truly believe that?
I 100% believe it.
You don't think that the defense and the special teams would have ridden them even if it was Sean Hill?
No, because Sean Hill doesn't go down the field last game against the Giants and score that touchdown. Right after. I don't think they'd be 5-0, and I don't think Teddy Bridgewater will play another down for this team.
You heard it here first.
It might be a 2-year injury, and 2 years out, they're going to have to sign Sam Bradford to a long-term deal. I'm just saying.
Wow.
This Teddy Bridgewater injury is way worse than you think, and I don't think he'll play another down for this team.
Sam Bradford's stock in MeatSauce's world is...
Adrian Peterson has a better chance to play for this team than Teddy Bridgewater does.
Do you think the bye week, being 5-0 going into the bye week, does that mean anything? This whole unbeaten, I get it, the 72 Dolphins are probably getting their champagne ready. Does this mean anything in today's NFL, the unbeaten streak? Do we care?
Well, no. The only thing we care about as Vikings fans and everything is you want a first-round bye. You want another bye. You want to earn a bye, and you want the first overall seed. Because a home playoff game in that atmosphere down at US Bank
automatic
Stadium
win
is
pretty much.
Well, we thought it would be a 98, and it wasn't. But it's pretty close. It's so loud in there, even for a noon game when people don't have 12 hours to drink like they did, in the Monday and Sunday night game.
They're just not working hard enough.
A home game in the playoffs would be amazing.
Todd would find a way to get 12 hours.
There is no Todd.
All right. All right, time for us to take a break. Gophers, boy, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Maybe the same thing we said last week.
We have to talk about that?
Yeah. You just love jamming out to that music.
That song.
Yeah, I do too.
I need to get that on a CD.
Catchy. All right, so we're going to talk Gophers. 14-7 loss to Iowa. Floyd of Rosedale stays south of the border. I know you don't like to go after college kids because you're such a softie. You're a big teddy bear. But if you had to go after anybody to blame the Gophers' loss yesterday, who do you go after? Is that too tough of a question?
No, Mitch Leidner.
Okay.
Mitch Leidner is an embarrassment to college football. He is. I mean, he's a great guy.
Great human
Tommy
being.
Olson loves him.
Great human being. Good
Maybe.
guy.
I don't know if he's a good human being. I've never hung out with him. He's an embarrassment to college football.
We should have T-shirts made that say he's a great human being,
but
he sucks.
Yeah, that's always
that should be
my
the MeatSauce Monty
comeback.
show.
But that's
great
always
human
my
being.
comeback because I don't like to make fun of people like the person.
Sure.
I like to make fun of their abilities.
Their performance.
Their performance.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Yeah, he did.
He's a 17th year senior that plays like it was his first game. No, I'm not kidding. They should not be in the position that they're always in with him. And everybody says, well, it's the offensive line. He's figured it out. He's played in 50 college football games. And yesterday he looked like you finally gave an opportunity to the neighborhood kid who sucks at sports to play quarterback. That's what it looked like. He was a disaster. He's a disaster. And but you don't have any other options. I mean,
Sure.
Is it Damari Croft?
I don't even know who's
him.
I don't know the depth chart of quarterback. But what I would
they're
say,
embarrassing. It's the same thing every year. They're going to win all these games, and they lose, and they're 0-2. They're bad. Yeah. They're going to lose to Rutgers, who lost by 73 last night.
We're going to get to that, but that's on here.
How did you have to ask me about that?
See, I wanted to get you fired up. I'm glad you're fired up. Mitch Leidner, though, just if you haven't seen it,
he's the meat sauce of everything.
No.
He's a
meat
disaster.
sauce is better. He's the
my arms are too short, my hands are too small to grip a football. But
I thought you weren't going to bring up Trump again, but
I'm not.
the old little hands.
Hey,
okay,
hold on, my phone's ringing. It's the Smithsonian. They want your coat back.
All right, Mitch Leidner, 13 of 33. I think it's 166 yards, 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. Here's what I'm going to say, and this isn't to go after the kids, and it's not necessarily going after the coaching staff, but Jay Johnson's play calling seemed a little bit questionable because Leidner was having such a horrible day, but they stayed going with the pass, and they stayed pass happy.
Yeah.
Their running backs, Shannon Brooks, 10 attempts, 55 yards, and a touchdown. Rodney
good.
Smith, 11 and 44.
Yeah.
The running game seemed okay. They didn't go back to it. And this was a game that, 14-7, a Big Ten defense, if you can hold somebody to 14 points, you got to be in that game.
Yeah.
7 points. It was just, I think putrid is the word that Royce used. It was just horrible.
Iowa lost to North Dakota State.
North Dakota State and Northwestern.
Northwestern's bad. I don't know.
We'll lose to Northwestern later this year.
The receivers didn't do him any help. They couldn't hang on to the ball, but you watch him make these passes where he's throwing into double coverage.
That was the interceptions. And you could see the double coverage. The safety's back playing center field.
Play.
Disgusting.
But
Oof. You're fired up.
He's a college kid. I feel bad now because I'm going to hear about it.
Don't feel bad.
No, I don't know if he's a great guy.
Well, you're assuming. He didn't talk to the media afterward.
He should.
Do you think he should have taken his medicine?
He's a senior.
Now, some people are saying maybe he was hurt.
Maybe.
Or do you think
now
that
if
this
he's
is just
hurt,
trying to protect him?
this is why I should maybe pay attention.
No, it's okay. I
if he's
love
hurt,
your opinion.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
But if
you
he's
just
not
hurt his feelings.
I don't
like
care.
a 3-year-old.
People hurt my feelings all the time.
Feelings.
I can hurt people's feelings right back.
You can't. You're so tough.
No, I'm not tough because I'm immediately going to get my car and drive home and hide. No one knows where I live.
All right. Is there anything else, Gophers? I was going to say Tracy Claeys at the beginning of the year.
Tracy, what was it? I think I heard Justin Guard say something about December's where they got to make kind of a
contract deal? Oh, okay.
I would do whatever I can, and I've said this multiple times, and I know everybody says it's a lot of money. Well, you're going to do this. You're going to be 0-2 in the Big Ten, or you're going to win games against teams that don't matter. You want to be like Michigan? Look what Michigan's done. Now, I get it. It's Michigan. They went from being the Gophers beating them to now they've got to be the favorite.
Harbaugh.
They're unbelievable. I would do whatever I can, and I would make the effort. I would call up Les Miles, and everybody said, well, he's going to go to Notre Dame, or he's going to go to USC, or he's going to go to Houston, or he's going to go to Texas. I would at least call him and a Big Ten football coaching job is a big deal.
Absolutely.
They're getting that new athletic facility. They've got that sweet stadium. I would make an effort to get Les Miles, or you're going to get your 12th option again, and you're going to continue to be 7-5, 6-6, 5 and whatever the number would be to add up to whatever many games they have. It's sad. It's sad because good college football is fun, and they don't have it.
All right. Let's move on to the Lynx. Did you happen to see the game 1 of the WNBA Finals?
Yeah, they lost.
I know they lost. It was horrible. It was a fantastic basketball game. The biggest lead in the game going both ways was 5 points. It was close throughout. It was actually a very entertaining basketball game. They lose last-second buzzer beater from L.A. when they met 3 times during the regular season, the visiting team always won. Do you think that this is a bad omen because the Lynx have home court advantage that this might – I mean, they lost today, so now they're going to have to – I mean, as Chuck Barkley says, now it's a series the road team won, so best out of 5.
There isn't a coach in this market that I would trust more than Cheryl Reeves, so I think they'll rebound well, to use a basketball term, rebound well.
Rebound. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
That was good.
Yeah.
So I was saying the Lynx 0 for 4 on 3-pointers. Usually, I don't want to say that's a strength, but 0 for 4 is not good.
Wasn't Maya Moore held scoreless in the first half?
In the first half, but then she came alive.
Yeah.
Lindsay Whalen, 18 points. Maya Moore, 18, all in the second half. Sylvia Fowles, 18. Simone Augustus, the quiet one, 2 of 5, 6 points. I think, I don't want to put it on her as her lack of scoring, but 16 turnovers is not like the Lynx.
Yeah,
turnovers.
It doesn't sound like them at all.
No, it was a fun game to watch. Though. I'm surprised. I suppose you were at the stadium. You had your thing to do.
Yeah, I was following Twitter, and I followed a little bit of it. We checked the score periodically, but I don't know if it wasn't on any of the TVs.
Oh, it was on ABC. I was watching.
Yeah, it was on all football at the
I'm
stadium,
sure it was all.
So yeah.
All right, let's go forward to the Wild. They open up the regular season Thursday night at St. Louis. Head coach Bruce Boudreau. What do you expect this year for the Wild, and do you have any opinions after preseason?
I think that this is the time where those younger guys have to grow up. Like, we can't use when the younger guys are good, we'll be real good. You can't use that.
Sure.
And no one says it in like a southern slang like that, so don't have to worry about that. But they can't fall back on that all the time like they always do, where they go, well, when these guys get good, we'll be great.
That's what the Twins
do. You can't do that. Well, don't even get me started on that disgusting squad. I think that they have a pretty good chance of being decent. They've got good veteran players. Dubnyk, I think, will have a good year. I think they'll be a pretty good squad. They should make the playoffs and make a deep run, I think.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know anything about hockey.
Your prediction, you're looking in the postseason for hockey. You're saying Teddy will never play again for the Vikings.
Which is true.
All right. So it's time to get that beverage chilled. We got some drinking going on. Hillary and Trump.
What?
We'll see if MeatSauce can get any of these right. These are tough questions. Yeah, take it. It's tough on you this one. Welcome back. All right.
Cheers.
So drink our little game, little trivia. Join at home. You can play along. It's almost like a game show. It's like Wheel of Fortune. You can play along at home. You can sit or Jeopardy. You can go along with the questions if you like.
Only Sean Connery on SNL Jeopardy would wear that coat. You about know.
You know what? I make it look good. Sean Connery would make it look good too.
And he's 97 years old.
All right.
I'm just
No, I'm just going to let you crawl out onto an island one of these times.
That's all right.
All right. So, first question, pretty easy. Who do you think is older, Hillary or the Donald?
Trump.
Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah, he's 70?
He's 70. Hillary is 68, but her birthday is October 26th. So if she is elected, she'll be the first female president. And how old will she be?
She'll be 69.
That's right. That's right. That's the old Arnold joke. Had to go back to it.
Arnold?
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was one of our first episodes. Look it up on YouTube. It was, remember?
Oh, yeah,
you were here.
69.
Yeah,
it's
there
funny.
You go. Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's funny.
All right. Donald Trump, obviously connected with New York. Hillary was also born and raised near a major metropolitan area. What city would that be? When I say major metropolitan area, it's down to like, you got a good chance here. Midwest, major city.
Cleveland?
No.
I don't know.
Cleveland?
Ohio?
Ohio. That's
Illinois?
Your geography is what? It's in Illinois. I would have said Chicago.
Park
Ridge,
yeah,
Illinois.
Yeah.
She was born in Chicago, and Park Ridge, Illinois.
I've never been west of Ohio, so I don't know where any of that is.
You've never been north of Iowa. All right. In 1961, Hillary would have been about 13, 14 years old. Mm-hmm. What career did she want? What did she want to be when she grew up?
What the hell? How would I know this? How would I know
if
the
you
career
think
of
about,
a 13-year-old? What do I look like? Somebody who's been on Dateline, NBC? Why would I know that?
Think
a
about
dentist?
1961. No, not. Take some time here. Talk your way into it.
A president.
No, but that's a good one. She wanted to be an astronaut. She wrote letters to NASA. See?
Nerd!
Nerd her or me?
All of you.
All right. You're losing horribly right now.
Yeah, duh.
What major retailer was Hillary the first board member of? She was appointed in 1986. See, now when I say major retailer, what does that make you think of?
Walmart?
There. See, hey,
Is
very
that real?
good. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Is that real?
Well, no,
it's real and it's right. Good for you.
Sweet.
No backstory on that one. I'll just move on. What state was Hillary the first lady? Where was Bill governor?
Arkansas?
Yeah, look at it. See, now you're coming around. Did you just remember that, or did you have to think about that?
No, I kind of took me a second, but I finally figured it out.
Nice. Well done. Okay, so those are all of our Hillary questions.
Okay.
So now we're moving on to Trump. Now, Trump was known, ESPN did the documentary on him. He was a big football owner.
Yeah.
Do you remember the USFL?
Yeah.
What was the name of the team that he owned in the mid-'80s? When you hear it, you'll be like, oh, I do remember that.
Is it like the Blue Bombardiers?
No, it's the New Jersey Generals.
No one knows that.
You know what? If you watch ESPN in the documentary, you probably would have remembered that.
Documentary on what? Donald Trump?
I think it was on the USFL and what killed it, and they blamed Donald Trump.
Yeah, I would have blamed him too.
He allegedly, it never came out, they didn't have the financial records. He spent between $5 to $9 million to buy that team in the early 80s.
That's a
Could
waste
you imagine
of money.
could you imagine buying an NFL level franchise in today? Oh yeah, you got 5 or 10 mil sitting around.
Yeah, that's a waste of money though. Didn't work.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, who cares? He hasn't paid taxes since the bicentennial, so who really cares what he does?
Nice. So this was a major NFL star. I know you're trying to look at my notes here.
I can't read your handwriting.
You
have librarian handwriting, just like your librarian coat.
I write very small so that you can't read it. He tried to sign a deal. He called it a futures deal, and he gave an NFL player in 1983 $1 million as a retainer.
Was it Herschel Walker?
No, but Herschel's going to be in the next question. I'll give you more of a clue.
John Elway?
No, I'll give you more of a clue, so stop guessing.
Okay.
New York Giant.
Oh, LT.
That's right. There you go.
Lawrence Tyner.
Good old Tyner.
Good old LT.
What it was is he said, I'll give you $1 million, and he gave it to him straight up and said, in 5 years, you're going to leave the Giants and you're going to join us. The NFL caught wind of this. They came back to Trump or to LT, and they said, give him back his $1 million, and they paid Trump off $750,000. So in 1983 or 4, he essentially got a huge publicity stunt with LT, and then the end of the deal got nothing but publicity and $750,000 from the NFL.
That's a brilliant move on his part.
He's a businessman. We just got a few seconds left. I was going to say Herschel Walker. Did he draft Herschel Walker to the Generals?
Yes.
He didn't. See, it's a trick question. He was drafted the year before he bought the team by oil tycoon J. Walter Duncan. But
is that the guy Anna Nicole Smith married?
I don't know, but that's a good guess. Maybe he had money with a. She
was hot. She's dead.
There. That's
yeah.
Last one.
Try not to get Tom any phone calls by saying anything too inappropriate.
All right, real quick. Donald Trump has a fragrance, and there are multiple. And so
what?
Here are the name. A cologne.
Is it called Wig Glue?
No. Real quick. There's Success, Empire, or Rich. 2 of those are right. 1 is not.
It's not Wig Glue?
It's not Wig Glue. That's a very good, you're very creative on the fly here. Success, Empire, Rich.
Rich has got to be wrong. He doesn't, there's no way he has that.
It's not Rich. You're right.
Yeah, I was going to
say. All right,
say.
You got that one. All right, Man versus Baby coming up next. Time for our weekly plug. These episodes live forever on YouTube. You can find MeatSauce on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. You can find the show on Twitter. You can find it on Facebook. What else?
You can find Matt's coat in a clearance rack at Montgomery Ward.
Montgomery Ward. Very nice. I'm glad you tied that in. Man versus Baby. We do fantasy football. You got to look it up online. We take on Todd's kid, Owen, who is no longer at the top.
Why are you talking about a child who doesn't have a father?
You're terrible.